St. Augustine, in his famous work, The Confession, said, "Our hearts are restless until they rest in you, O God." We celebrate today the solemnity of Corpus Christi. Jesus says, "I am the bread of life." And by saying that, he is really saying, I am the one who can satisfy your hunger and fill your heart. And we do that by entering into a relationship with him. And so the wonderful thing that our relationship with Jesus reaches its summit in the celebration and in the gift of the Eucharist. So today, I want to share with you about 3 simple and practical ways that we can intensify our relationship and experience of Jesus in the Eucharist. First one is really to enter into the Eucharistic celebration. Remember, the word Eucharist, first and foremost, means thanksgiving. Is what we do when we gather together, is our opportunity to thank God as an assembly. So when we come to Mass, we should actually come prepared to do the work of worship. That means participate in a way that is full, conscious, and active, as Second Vatican Council suggests, so that we give God the first place in our heart. The second way can happen when we come to receive Jesus at communion time. Come focused about what you are really receiving. I wonder what you think about at the very moment when you receive communion and go back to your pew. Do you get distracted by watching people? How are they dressed? What are they wearing? How do they walk? But think about it. After you have received the Eucharist, you are in a profound moment, an amazing, beautiful time in the presence of Jesus. And what I would say is speak to him in the language of love. Speak to him in a way that lovers speak to one another. Speak to him intimately. The Lord wants to hear from your heart. And lastly, find opportunities to spend some time in prayer before the Blessed Sacrament, privately, or participate into moments of adoration, organized reps in your own parish. Actively and intentionally make time outside Mass to cultivate and invest in your relationship with the Lord. What we consume will consume us. When we consume the Eucharist, the sacrament of the Lord's body and blood, Jesus literally becomes part of us, and we then become part of him. Blessings.